Good day, YouTubers. Today we are doing trim. Check the layout of the ribs in the window trim. It will be slightly different if the rib is inside the trim. I take about 1/8 of an inch off of my measurement when I pull from outside to outside. 63.5 is measured and 63 3/8 is written. Sometimes difficult to get your mark on the steel. Again, 63 3/8 is measured, 63 1/4 is written. A coworker asks for my trick to doing this, so I demonstrate it for him and my audience. This piece still has protective plastic on it. I will peel it later. A 6-inch ruler is 3/4 of an inch wide, perfect for doing this trim. I marked 3/4 and 1 inch from the end and traced the edge of the ruler to the first 3/4 inch mark. The piece on the right is a mock-up piece for reference. Transfer the 1 inch mark to the outside corner. The cut will go along the 3/4 inch traced line and be 3/4 of an inch long. Then cut from that point to the 1 inch transferred mark to the corner. This will make the angle. The piece on the right has a 1/2 inch missing. This would be the case if the rib was inside the trim. I then cut the 3/4 inch traced line to the 3/4 inch mark. Make sure to use the right color, or you might scratch the piece that you want. With just a tip grabbing at the end of the 3/4 inch cut, drop the tip and turn and cut to the 1 inch mark that was transferred to the outer bend. That makes the angle of the cut. You have to use just the tip of the snips to make the turn. Tiny nip at the bottom edge helps make a nice bend. The door hinge is designed for steel doors, but it works awesome for bending. Over-bend it and then bring it back to the correct angle. Then I start peeling, but I only peel part way. I should have started peeling before I bent it. Mark the written length. This will be the outside of the corner. Turn your tape around so the other written measurement is at that mark you just made. Mark the end of the tape. That mark will be a square cut. This piece still has the protective plastic on it. Use the correct color again, otherwise your snips might still scratch the piece that you're working on. Use both colors. You're going both directions. Bend the trim towards you and cut the middle. Measure and mark the drop piece. When someone is looking for something smaller, it will be easier to find. Back to the middle, square the mark that will be the bend. The bend will be on the outer face of your piece. Tiny nip will help in the bend later. Mark 45 degrees in both directions from the mark on the outer face. From the center line, one side will be cut away, the other will be a bend. Make them even to make a nice corner. Should be the same distance out as it is up to be a proper 45. Square both marks. Cut the center line and only one side. The other line will be the corner flashing. Sometimes you have to use the opposite color. Bend out of the way and cut to the point. Using the correct color again. Cut and remove one side. Cut along the bend at the rear. If your snips don't fit, you'll have to come in from the back side and perhaps use your snips upside down. Cut only to the line. Make sure the distance is the same up and over. This is part of the integrity of the water resistance to the corner. Another tiny nip to help make a nice bend. Repeat the measurements. Draw a line from the end 3/4 from the back that is 3/4 long. Mark 1 inch to be transferred to the outside corner. This will be the angled cut. This end still has the protective plastic. The 1 inch mark will be a bend. A tiny nip to aid in bending. Cut 3/4 of an inch and use just the tip to turn and make the angle cut. A little tricky, and this will also bend one side of the cut so it will go under the other. Start peeling again. It is easier before making the bend. My hinge is beveled so that it would make better bends. Again, over bend, and then bring it back to the angle. Now you can go ahead and finish peeling the plastic. Back to the center. This is the corner for flashing. This is the integrity. Over bend and bring back to square. Makes it look nicer. One side will drop under the other, so you will see a 45-degree angle cut. This end fits nice. The corner looks pretty decent. Sometimes when it doesn't go, you have to give it a little thump. This is after I've leveled it and screwed it to the building. Everything looks pretty good. The right end isn't perfect, but not bad. Thanks for watching.